Bam, we here. It's another episode of Your Modern Bro. It's me and my bro Davion. You know what I'm saying? I've
Sir,
known
yes,
this
sir.
man since we were legitimately running around church, like like 6, 7 years old, running around church, doing bad shit in church. That was a problem. Why were we doing that? Obviously, our moms are close friends. I've known this man for damn near as long as I can remember. As long as I've had memories, this man's been here. So, what's good, bro? How you been?
I'm good, brother. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be on the podcast. Looking forward to
Yes,
the conversation today.
yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, you the first over the video podcast. I've never done this, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be different. This is gonna be different. We're gonna be like Shannon Sharp and Ocho. Shannon Sharp and Ocho all day. Everything should be good. Um, so how you? I always start off. I'm gonna just jump straight into it, right? So a couple of years ago, we had a conversation during COVID
hmm
about joining the military,
hmm
and you know what I'm saying. You did you thought about it. You worked up for it. You end up joining the Coast Guard.
hmm
Had a good time, stuff like that. You out now. How do you feel like? Let me hear your story on like why'd you choose the Coast Guard?
So I chose the Coast Guard because at that time I really didn't want to be deployed. In New York City, you know what I'm saying? That's all I knew. So I wasn't really privy to all the opportunities there are in the world. And don't get me wrong, the Coast Guard was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. But I chose the Coast Guard because I wanted to be stateside. Like I didn't want to have to deploy
Okay.
internationally. You know what I'm saying? Be stationed in Germany or stationed in another country. I spent my entire career in the United States, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be close to family, even if I was in a different state, have access to get on a plane and go see my family, whatever I wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense versus getting up random time and then you going for 6, 7 months on a different side of the world type thing. Okay,
exactly.
okay,
And not to
okay.
say that can't happen with the Coast Guard, because you could get stuck on a boat, but that didn't happen with me, so I'm happy about that.
That's a
You know what I'm
blessing. That's a
saying?
blessing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all right. So you spent your time in the Coast Guard. You had a good
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Any places that you went that was worth it? Like what's the
Um, Man, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I think everything happened for a reason. Like I spent 2 years in Sabine Pass, Texas, bro. That was like very isolated. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say that to discourage people from joining the Coast Guard, man. I just got like what you would call a quote unquote bad pick, man. It was in the middle of nowhere, but it forced me to focus on myself. There was nothing to do but to do that. So,
yeah?
you know what I mean? No, I wasn't in the glamorous city, but I was put into a position where I had to just focus on Davion for some time.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Especially since I guess like where you started from, because obviously like compared to certain branches, you started a little bit late. Like what was it? 4 years ago. So what is that? 23,
22.
20,
I was 22.
22,
Yeah, I was
22 at the
22.
time. So you joined a couple of years late. Like would you do you think that it was better that you went later, or would you have said like you would have joined earlier, like if you could have?
I'm gonna keep it a grand, man. I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad I joined at 22 because, yeah, beneficial. It would have been beneficial to join at 18. I just don't think I was mature enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, okay.
I would have thought that it wasn't as serious as it really was. You know what I mean? Like, people are not there to play around. You have a job to do it, get it done. It's really that simple. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So joining at the age that I joined with the little life experience that I had, you know what I mean? It was the perfect time because it matured me, but I wasn't so immature to where I couldn't understand the seriousness of the situation.
that's good because it's funny because
Yeah.
obviously you born and raised in New York, spent time in New York,
Yeah.
ran around in Harlem and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's we talk about it all the time. Like New York lifestyle is different than everybody else's, like completely different. So then you go from New York being, wild and crazy, and then you go to Sabine Pass, Texas.
Oh boy.
There ain't nothing there, like there ain't nothing there at
Nothing,
all.
bro.
So
Nothing.
like I'll definitely say like yo, like I get what you mean, and then that solitude changes a lot, a lot. Remember, like it's funny we talked about it. I was like, yo, like the loneliness that you
Yo, I
hit.
remember talking to you about that, bro. No
Yeah,
cap.
it's funny because
Yeah,
I think
man.
you called me during the
I
whole
did.
time when Texas had the whole power shutdown thing.
Yeah, I think it might have been around that time we had a freeze going on, man. And that's just a
Yeah,
regular snowstorm in New York, bro. Texas just didn't know how to handle it. That's what it was.
long. I think
Yeah.
I heard that the mayor of Texas they didn't upgrade the wires or whatever the case is. So end up freezing over. But I remember you calling me. You talked to me about like, yo, it's different to legitimately be by yourself, like
For sure, man.
sitting in a spot. Ain't no, ain't nothing to do. Ain't nowhere to go. Ain't nobody be like, yo, let's go do whatever. You might got one or two friends, but they not really your friends. Like,
Yeah,
they
for
just people
sure.
you cool with.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah. But
most
now,
definitely.
but now, you out. You know what I'm saying? You're a
Hmm.
free man, right? Free man. It's like you got out of prison, but you know what I'm saying? You out now. You had a good time. Like, I know you went to Miami.
Yeah, I was.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was. Yeah,
New Orleans, right? And
yeah,
you spent some time floating around on the boat and stuff. I
yeah. I
remember.
did. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
remember I
yeah.
remember the first time you went out there and you was like, yo, bro. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, man, the fucking water is no joke, bro. Like for people that think, bro, the ocean is one of the scariest things ever, man. Man, you know what it's like, bro, to get on a fucking boat. You wake up in the morning, you go outside, and there's nothing but water around you, bro. I mean, that shit
No
is crazy,
land.
bro. No
No
land,
land.
bro. No
No
land, bro.
land.
No land, and be out there during a storm. It's over, bro. You just see heavy waves. The ocean is really one of the most unforgiving things ever, bro. No cap.
Nah, I didn't know
No
nothing about
cap, bro.
that. I don't
No
know
cap,
nothing
bro.
about that. Hell nah.
The ocean is no joke, bro. Like
And
people
the
really
and,
get
and the Coast
lost
Guard
out
don't
there.
got the Coast Guard don't got big boats like that too.
Now they got big boats. They don't have carriers like no naval carriers, not to that size, but we have pretty big boats that go out there for 6 months at a time.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
They got boats out there that go 6 months at a time, but it's not as like you have. I would say you have more land units than you do units that have those type of ships. I'm trying to remember what those type of ships are called. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head. But nah, definitely they got boats that are that big to go out there for months at a time. You got Coast Guard boats that are traveling internationally, but it's just
Oh, so that got to be big enough. Like they got to be big
yeah,
enough boats. Okay.
yeah, yeah. But it's probably maybe like 10, 15 out the whole entire organization. It's not like
Mm,
the Navy probably has a couple of those at every big unit they got. I don't know.
makes sense. Because it's
You
funny
know what
because you
I'm
think about Coast Guard, you think about Homeland Security and staying there by the border. So you don't
saying?
think about big boats like that. So that makes sense. That makes sense.
No,
So
we got them.
4 years, right? You did 4 years.
They're four
You
years.
spent your time. That's crazy. 4 years, bro. We
Four
just had that
years.
conversation with what's her name? Dumb Jess.
Man, it's crazy, man. Now, she was definitely on the phone late nights. You know what I'm saying?
Staying up, talking to us. Yeah,
Yeah, for
son.
sure.
Jess, you know what I'm saying? 4 years ago, we was sitting there on the phone talking to Jess, whatever, whatever. And then, what would you say you learned from the military? What was like? Let me say, what was the top two lessons you learned while you was in the Coast Guard from 22 to 26 now?
Yeah, I'm finna be 27 in a month.
27, yeah, next month.
Yeah. Man, I would definitely say the first lesson is like there's opportunities out there, man. Like no lie, bro. There's plenty of avenues for people to take. Plenty. Like you can't say there's nothing to do. No cap.
What you mean? Explain on that. What you mean?
Like just the military itself, you could go into 30,000 different avenues and be successful. You
Oh,
know what
okay,
I'm saying?
okay,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like even the military on its own, there's so many opportunities out there in the military. Like they don't even tell you off the bat because there's so much. You could get lost just listening to all the type of stuff you could do.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Hmm.
Like I feel like there's things that people could do, like especially young people. Like if you feel like you don't know where your life is headed. Me personally, look, this could be my second lesson to be honest with you, man. Like if you're a young person out there, this is my opinion, and you didn't get an athletic or academic scholarship, there's no point you paying for school, bro. That's how I feel. I would
Hmm.
definitely say join the military. Do your 4 years, get all your benefits, and have them pay for it. They're gonna pay for it while you in, and pay you for it while you get out. I personally wouldn't think it's the smartest idea to go into student debt to obtain a degree. I would join the military.
Did
That's what
you
I've
did
learned.
you went to college before you
I did.
joined?
I did. Yeah, I did.
And so now you're like, you just know for a fact, like, there was no point if I could have just did this for
Uh-huh.
4 years from what, 17, because our birthday is late, from 17 to 21, 22, and then you would have had no debt. Okay, I see
No
what you
debt.
mean.
No debt.
Okay,
No debt.
okay.
You could have had no debt. And really, like, compared to my 17-year-old self for the 4 years that I didn't join the military from 17 to 21, I mean, had I done that, I would have propelled my life further than what I did do during those 4 years. But, everything happened for a reason. I,
Yeah,
I was still immature, so maybe it's best I didn't join the military at that time. But yeah, man, there's a ton of opportunities out there, bro. And the other thing too, once you become a veteran, like I'm in Texas now and I'm a veteran. You're not a veteran yet because you're still active, but I know you still get a taste of like all how people are treated out here that are veterans. Man, I used to go into Starbucks in my uniform and I used to try to tell people, nah, I don't want y'all to pay for my stuff, man. No lie, like no cap, for real, man. So it's I definitely recommend it, especially if you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be one of those guys that say don't do it. And I'm glad you weren't that guy to me, man. No lie. You know what I'm saying? I would
nah, that makes
definitely say
yeah,
do it.
definitely fuck with that. I agree. Like I remember us talking about it, and you said it all the time. Like you repeat it. Like if you don't got nothing going on, go ahead, go
What you
ahead.
got to lose?
What I said to you, I was like, what's 4 years? I said in 4 years, the difference that you're gonna make from the military in 4 years of you being a civilian, are you gonna make that much of a difference?
And I think you did say that to me verbatim. No cap. Yeah. Yeah. No
Just
cap.
like
Yeah.
that,
No
just
cap.
like that, just like that.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. And look now. Like in 4 years, it's funny because I remember in 1 year, I remember you was in Texas. You had your L's. You bought your car.
Yeah. 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 For sure.
You got your L's. You bought your car. You went to Houston. Like, and
Yep.
I think it was like in the first 1 year and some change, you went through boot camp. You got to Sabine Pass. You got your L's, you got a car, and you went to Houston, and I think you went to New Orleans, all in the
Yes, bro.
first year and a half.
Yes, bro.
And I remember I was like, damn, son, like that would have never happened if you stayed in New York. Like,
The military, no cap. I think half your job in the military is just experiences, bro. No lie, bro. Like you just be experiencing stuff, bro. This shit is crazy, man. You just be experiencing stuff, man. Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
for a
for
fact.
sure. You know
I
what else you
definitely
told me?
agree.
You told me like, yo, Davion, bro, like you got a little career for 4 years, bro. Like enjoy it. No cap. That's
Oh
exactly what you
yeah,
said to me. Yeah, bro. It's like
yeah.
having a career. I mean, you could make it a career if you want to, but you got a steady check coming in. You could say, yo, I'm going to vacation. Fuck it.
I'm.
And I was in the barracks. I didn't have to worry about sleeping, rent. You can do whatever you want. I can get up and leave today. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
Right
sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir. I remember that. I remember that. Those some conversations, bro. We
yeah,
used to be
bro.
up to like 4 in the morning chopping it up.
Yes, bro. Yo, let me say a quick story about New Orleans real quick, man. For anybody yo, bro, I went to New Orleans by the way, man. New Orleans is a crazy place. Crazy place. But I go to the bathroom, bro. I go to the bathroom, man. I walk inside the bathroom, bro. I found like $700 straight hundreds, bro, on the floor, bro. No cap, bro. $700 all blues.
Yo, first of, you know that nigga's tight. You know that nigga
I
was
know he
tight.
tight, bro. And no cap, honest to God, bro. I didn't see nobody. There was nobody that walked out past me, nothing, bro. I went to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bathroom.
yeah, yeah,
Nobody walked
yeah.
past me, bro. So I don't know who that. I mean, I tell you, obviously, there was nothing I could do about that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, 700, all hundreds on the floor, bro. That shit was gone that weekend, though. Yeah, 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 but it was over. New Orleans is a crazy place, dog. I don't think I took any of
He
that
said,
day
I
home,
found
bro.
$700, blew the $700.
That shit was gone, bro. Like I never want to take people bread, man. There was nobody that walked past me. The bathroom was idle for some time. I don't know who that money belonged to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That man dropped that shit. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it at all.
Mm-mm.
Nah, man. It's funny because like I told you earlier before we started, it's like my friends was talking about like people want to hear the military
Hmm.
stories. I didn't know that our stories were different, or what I'm saying,
Hmm.
like it's like they talk. I think a comedian Joey Diaz talked about it all the time about like nobody. You don't know that your stories are different. You think
Mm.
because we're in that life, our
Hmm.
stories are normal. Like we talk to each other. Yeah, you've been in the military. I've been in the military. Our stories is normal, but
Hmm.
apparently our stories are very different for the people that want to hear the life in the military, or the people that joined, or the people that wish they joined and didn't,
Hmm.
and they wish they were like, damn, like I wish I did. So they kind of live vicariously through us, like to hear
Hmm.
the stories and things like that. So yeah, man, I'm. It's funny. I'll tell you all the time. I'll always tell you, like, I'm glad you joined
Hmm.
because
Me too.
obviously I'm 1 year older than you, but it was like I saw when we was on the phone 23, 22 talking, and
Hmm.
then I remember you going through the different phases of the military and everything else, and now where you at? H-Town, having a good time, living in
Yes, sir.
Texas.
Yes,
Like
sir.
you said, veteran life. The veteran life is completely different.
Hmm.
And being in a red state, that's,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That loves military.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Y'all join the military, get stationed in Texas, man. Y'all be all right,
Oh yeah,
man.
you'll be treated good. Don't worry.
You'll be all right, man.
Everybody gonna love you. Everybody gonna love you.
So,
Except in the dating scene because we guys and we got a stigma of we got a stigma. Don't stay away from military men. But other than that,
yeah,
other
I'll be
than
on my
that, you know
best
what I'm
behavior,
saying?
man. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to talk to you about specifically on like, obviously we in our late 20s now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We in our late 20s, we don't. Everybody's focused on different stuff now. Everybody's all over the place. There's different things to focus on, and um, I always wanted to know because I'm going through something right now of like my life path and where I should go. That's mad funny.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna put him down. My bad.
That's good, bro. That's
For
mad funny
sure.
because he pulled up like,
Like
hello,
what?
hello, what up, what's up, what's up? But um, we I think about it right now. I go through this dilemma of like, damn, where should I go? Which direction I should choose and things like that. Let me ask you this: 27, 28, 26, 29, whatever, right? Like late 20s, right? I know,
Hmm.
and I always talk about this. Like for some reason, a part of our brain, I don't know what it is, part of our brain as a man at 25 unlocks,
Hmm.
and I feel like I keep hearing like people hit 25 as men, and we just change. Like our focuses change. Um, what would you say as a 27-year-old guy? What should we be focused on? In your opinion, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's something that you think like you live in life right now and you just realize like, damn, this is actually very important.
Honestly, bro, like, and I think this goes whether you have money or not. I would say your body, man. No lie, bro. No
Ooh,
cap. That's what I would say, man. That's really what I focus on myself. I would definitely say your body, bro. That's my
like
that's my
like the gym, like staying in like in shape and stuff, or like you talking about like mental as well as physical like perseverance and stuff like that.
I would definitely me personally right now, if you ask Davion Lee how he personally feels, yeah, it would be physical, like your body, man. And I'm not even saying you gotta be out there and turn it to the Hulk. But, keeping your body in shape, staying lean, I think that's very important. I think that's extremely important, actually.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think that's extremely important. I think it's important to build those habits as you're a young person versus, you get older and then you realize how important it is. Because I feel like everybody knows it's important, number one. Everybody knows it's important. It's just whether or not you are going to take the initiative to fix it. I think everybody
Mm,
knows it's important, but then you don't want it to be one of those things where you realize how important it is too late. So I would say
okay.
focus on your body.
Mm, okay. And it's funny because obviously, last podcast I was talking about this with Sabri and we was talking about that. And, like that's a really big statement to say because that obviously this is the second time on the podcast that somebody's saying like, yo, you gotta pay attention to your health.
Yeah,
physically,
bro.
right? Because obviously we hear it all the time, especially being in the military. We talk about it all the time. Yo, how many people you saw in the military that's overweight, that's not making weight or not passing PT tests and all this other stuff, and it's like, damn, you not taking care of your body. But yo, think about it. How many older people we know, they can't get up, they in pain every time they do something. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks. It sucks. It's crazy that you say that. One of the truest statements I've heard because obviously we both big, gym. We're not
Yeah,
gym. I wouldn't say we gym heads. I wouldn't say we're not gym bros like running around pre-workout and everything else, but we take the gym very
no, for
seriously.
sure. Yeah,
Very
no,
seriously. So
no, for sure. I
nah,
f-
I like that. I will say that as well as making money, right? Um,
yeah,
and I say that because obviously being 27, single, no kids, right? We both single with no kids. Um, we don't gotta worry about some of the stuff that like we don't gotta worry about kids or other responsibilities. But so it's like when you think about yourself, you want to just be like, all that matters is making money, staying in shape.
that's really
You
that's
don't
that's.
those two things, you good.
And with the money thing, like me, I'm not too gun ho about money. I think you need money to sustain yourself. Like obviously, if I have the opportunity to make as much money as I can and I'm happy with it, then yeah. But I'm not gonna kill myself over becoming rich. I think what's most important to me right now is sustaining a very healthy body and a very lean body. I
Okay,
think that's the most important thing to me right now, to be honest with you. Like,
okay.
and to be frank with you, the way the world is going, bro, shit, you fucking become top tier with your physicality. That could turn you into a millionaire.
That
That could
could,
be the way the world is
that
going
could.
right now, man. So
The content creation and everything else, you definitely can.
yeah,
Why
bro.
why would you put why would you put your physical health over making money? Why would you put that there?
Because money is fake, man. Like money is just it's money, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You can never run away from your mind. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of your physicality has to do with that. Like if you go broke tomorrow but you're in shape, at least you still have something. You could be fat and unhappy. You could be fat, rich, and
Ooh.
unhappy. I mean, that's real life shit, bro. I don't want to get canceled before I even make it anywhere.
Nah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be canceled. I ain't even make it nowhere, bro. But like I know weight is a sensitive topic for certain people, bro. But you know what I'm saying, bro? I used to be bigger too, man. Nobody in the world is happy. They make it look like seem like they happy. Whoop de whoop. No, bro. You can't. It's impossible, dog. It's impossible, bro. I've yet to meet a person. I watched a Joe Rogan podcast. I didn't watch the entirety of it, but he was like, a lot of people that make it seem like they're happy, if you offer them a red button that gives them a six pack and abs, will they press that red button? Yeah, they're gonna press it.
Mm,
Obviously, everybody wants to look good. You want to feel good. I think that's before anything. You could be overweight, rich, and not be able to enjoy that. That's my opinion. I'd rather be
shit.
in shape, taking care of myself, middle class, six figures that's good bread. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I have a personal destiny within myself to, what I'm saying, keep my body right. So I'm gonna chase that personal destiny before I chase any monetary goals. Because I don't think that's what's gonna make me happy personally. That's just me.
Would you say the reason why you take it so personally? Because it's funny because obviously we grew up together. Yeah, you were a bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you were definitely a bigger dude. So it's crazy that now you talk about the health and benefit style of it. It's like, is that why you put that such of a preference now? Because you know what it is to be a big. Because I've never been big. I never
Yeah,
was. I was always skinny since I was a kid. I
yeah.
grew into gaining weight, but would you say that you take it such a serious thing because you know what the life is of being bigger is?
Wouldn't say so. Nah. I just want to be a warrior, man.
Mm,
Like every man does. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really all it comes down to, bro. I
That's a
don't think
good
it has to
topic.
do, yeah. I don't think it has, I think that's a great topic. I don't think it has to do anything with like me being bigger before. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even when I was bigger before, I mean, that's in the past. I just feel like it's more so like today as a man, I just want to be a warrior. Like I want to be top tier. That's
Yeah.
what it comes down. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Okay. Okay.
That's what it
Would
comes down
you?
to.
I know you a family man. So obviously physicality is up there. Where
Mm.
would you put like, where would you put being a family man at? Like, because obviously we're getting a little bit older, and we have sisters and wives and girlfriends and brothers and family, other stuff like that. Where's family at? Like,
Oh, family is definitely up there, man. Family is above
okay,
money for me too. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Family is above money for me too. Yeah, man. Family first, bro. I mean, that money thing, I think sometimes that could be a lonely road. And if that what makes you happy, bro, go chase it. I mean, I'm not gonna
yeah.
tell nobody not to chase that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a difficult conversation, bro, because you also got to be like financially stable too if you want to take care of your family. So if you're talking about when you say family, you're talking about my reproductive family? Like what you mean
Well,
by that?
both, all of it, right? First of all,
Right.
what's really funny, little side note, what's really hard to do?
Yeah.
Try to keep eye contact with a phone.
My
That's
bad,
really
for
hard.
sure.
I've
Yeah, yeah,
noticed,
for sure,
I've
for
noticed
sure,
that
for sure, for sure,
it's
for sure,
hard
for
to
sure.
do that because like I've
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
myself
yeah,
like
yeah,
looking
yeah.
around.
My
But
fault, my fault, my fault.
now you good, bro. I've been doing it all this whole
I'm gonna keep
conversation.
yeah, for sure, because I'm definitely
I've
looking
been looking,
around.
I'm looking at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's not a physical person right in front of you, so it's a little bit harder to like keep eye contact with a cell
Yeah,
phone.
yeah,
No, I know every aspect of it, right? Every aspect of it, because I think we as men, right? We 27, we doing whatever.
yeah,
We at that point where starting a family might be in the thought of the mind and all that other
yeah,
stuff, but family in general, like relationships in general,
yeah,
friendships, relationships. Obviously, like you can't get nowhere without like networking and a good,
yeah.
a good village. You can't get nowhere. But that's what I meant when I said that. Like, yo, what do you feel about like your relationships with family, as in the prospect order of okay, so physicality. You said so family's over money because you
You,
know what I'm saying. Why do you put that?
you know what, man? Because now I have to think about it, and it's like when I say family over money, I really got to pause and sit down and think about it for a second now, because it's like, I also have to be a provider, man. So it's difficult. The life of a man ain't easy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult, bro, because like how beneficial is it? I gotta think. My nigga took the hat off. The hat off is crazy, man. Oh snap! It's like, man, yes, I gotta be. So if I had a child, I gotta be there to nurture him, tell him what he's doing wrong. I gotta play that fatherly role for him 100%. I need to be there. I
Yeah,
can't be there. I don't think a father should like be absent. You know what I mean? In his child's life
that's a
at all,
fact.
at all.
Oh God,
You know what I'm saying?
you
I
you
definitely need to be
hitting
there.
you hitting you hitting some nerves. You hitting some nerves, man. You hitting
Hmm.
some nerves, bro. I get it. Nah, for a fact,
You
for a
definitely have
fact.
to be present. But it's like, damn, do I go to this conference and like I would put myself in I don't know, a CEO shoes. Do
Yeah,
I
yeah,
go to this
yeah.
conference and make $500,000 to set my kid up for the future, or do I go to his fourth birthday party? You know what I'm saying?
His little league
Like,
game, like yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
But you know what though? The sports thing, I do want to make those because me as a child, I go 10 times harder with my parents on the stands.
Oh yeah,
Me as a child, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to make the sports stuff. I definitely want to make the sports stuff.
I get that. I get
You
that.
know
It's
what I'm
funny
saying?
because you were talking about being a man. That was something that I really wanted to talk to you about. I didn't, what I'm saying? Um, the being a man type of conversation. Yo,
Mm,
I talk about this all the time, and I'm like, we. Oh, sorry. We talk about, yo, what's the aspects of being a guy? Where do we? What's important as this? And it's funny because this is going to lead into the, everything else. But
hmm.
we both listen to Jordan Peterson.
I love
Yes,
that man.
that man is like
Yeah, man.
extremely wordy, but he talks about
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Very
as
wordy.
an
Very, very wordy.
Peterson will have you in on dictionary.com looking up his whole sentence, bro.
For real, man.
But
And then he done hit you with another one by the time you
see
figure
with
it
a
out.
whole nother sentence, you'd be like, bro, I just looked up the last one, bro.
Nah, for
But
sure.
you want to talk about like being a you talked about being a provider, right?
Yeah,
Let me ask you this. Oh, this is a great question for you. What do you
for
consider
sure.
being a provider, bro?
Man, and I don't want people to think that that's monetary. I don't want people to think that that's monetary. Although monetary, may be a part of it, but being a provider comes with all different aspects and phases, man. Like emotionally, you have to be strong. You have to be a solid person. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like if you're in a this, I'm gonna tell the audience, I'm not married. I have no children. You understand what I'm saying? But I do
yeah.
know, and if a married person out there, a married male, could correct me, by all means, go for it. You have a role to play in that household, man. Like if your partner, if your wife or whatever, she's sad, she's emotional, she can't, discipline or reach the children the way that those children need to be reached. You have that role. Like I have this cat, this little badass cat, man. Bro, I gotta discipline this little dude, bro. Like he has to know that I'm not playing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like you do have a role to play. So
Okay.
back to the provider thing, it's not just monetary. You know what I mean? I don't think it's just monetary. Just like a female has a role to play. She's providing something to you. She's providing
Okay.
her nurturing behavior,
Yeah.
her reassuring behavior. You know what I mean? Just a woman, always laughing at your jokes, showing that she's still interested. That's
That's
providing
crazy.
something. That's
Yeah, that
providing
is.
something. You get what I'm
That's
saying? So
crazy.
yeah, man. I don't
It's
want
funny you say that because we I guess people kind of look over it, but like the laughing at the jokes and the supporting behavior is very important. Very important.
brother,
So,
extremely.
because when she don't do it, we get tight. We get tight, and
Yeah,
you know
like what's going on? What's wrong?
I'm not funny no more. I'm not
Yeah,
funny no
but
more.
no, you looking like like what's going
Nah,
on?
I definitely agree because we talk about being a man, we talk about providing, and I had this conversation recently, right? And I've always, I guess, like it was a big thing that I never liked hearing where women are like, "Yo, you got to be a provider," and then I always hear what they talk about as a provider, and then I go like, so you want me to just pay everything, right? And I always look at that and I go like, you want me to pay everything, so on, so on. And I'm like, no guy that I know doesn't want to pay everything. No guy that I know, every guy that I know would love to do that for their girl, for their wife. You know what I'm saying? But I always sat there and thought about it and was like, providing isn't just that.
Mm,
Providing is being a presence. Like there's a
hmm.
presence that we have as men
Exactly, exactly,
when it comes to
exactly,
dropping the car off at the mechanic, right? Yo,
exactly,
picking up furniture, putting things up in the house. Like for some reason, there's a certain different presence when you do that.
exactly.
He
Love
said,
that,
what's
man.
up? He trying to say what's up. He trying to talk to
You
us.
try to be a part of the
Uh,
podcast.
OD, he trying to say he heard the providing thing. He said, this man not feeding me enough. I need more food in the bowl. I need more food in the bowl.
Nah,
But
for sure, man. For sure. I ain't playing with you. See, you got discipline, man.
but nah, we were talking about Jordan Peterson, and I'm gonna ask you this
Yeah,
because this goes into something drastic for us. Uh, Obviously, we both know. You said it earlier, like being a warrior, like right, like it's funny because it's funny. You've always been saying that to us. You've said that to me for years
yeah.
about being a warrior, being on like you got to be a sturdy man to really just exist.
Yes, bro. Yeah, 100%. And I
There's a
personally,
quote.
my fault.
My
Go ahead.
fault.
My
Yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I don't want to paint the wrong narrative. Like I personally don't feel like I'm where I need to be for my warrior status either. So
Yeah.
I don't want the audience to be thinking like, oh, this guy think he top shit. No, I ain't there yet. I'm gonna get there though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
obviously we only 27, and the thing is, like, I don't think any warrior that
yeah,
made it, right? Like, cause think about it like this. I ain't gonna lie. Think about it like Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson was a
Beast.
dominator, beast.
Mm-hmm.
But what did he fall to? The fact that he was messed up in the head, right? Yo, and he talked about Achilles, right? Achilles, Achilles was apparently the best warrior in
Mm-hmm.
Troy.
Mm-hmm.
He died because of a woman, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so like no one's ever perfect. There's no one ever perfect.
Nah,
And
for sure.
I talk about Jordan Peterson because he talked about as men we should be dangerous.
Yes, I agree.
There's a certain we need to have fangs. As a man, you need to have fangs. You
Absolutely.
can, you
I agree.
can't you can't walk around and be a guy and then not have fangs. You got to be able to bear some
Exactly.
teeth.
Exactly. But you see the beautiful thing about fangs, you know what I mean? Well, I'm thinking about I don't think vampires are I don't want to get into that conversation.
Nah,
But
go
you know,
ahead.
if you think about fangs, I automatically went to vampires. You know, they have the ability to drop them and bring them back up. And I think
Mm,
that's important. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you should be dangerous. You should be a monster, but I don't think that, that should be your only display. You should bring it out when you need it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
But
a
I,
that's
I still think a man should look at you and be like, yo, I'm gonna think about. You know what I'm saying? I got take a
yeah, yeah,
second to think
yeah.
about what I'm finna say or if I'm finna approach it in a certain manner. You know what I'm saying? I think you should
That that
always have that
that's
tempo, bro.
completely correct, bro. I definitely agree. Especially
Yeah.
growing up, yo, you get tested all the time in New York. You
All
know
the
what I'm saying?
time.
All the
All the
time.
time. All the time.
All,
All the time.
literally from a look in the eyes will sit there and test you,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to be able to show something. And it's funny because men we know we could tell by facial expressions, we could tell by certain things like
Yeah.
on who's really about it and who's really not.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Yeah, bro.
yeah,
Man, I'll
I
be the my fault, go ahead.
no, go ahead, tell your story, man.
Bro, I'll be the first to tell you, man. There's certain people I look at them in their eyes like, damn, if we gotta do, we gotta do it. But I don't like I know this motherfucker for the you know what I'm saying? You could just look
Yeah,
at somebody in their eyes and just tell you could tell. It's just a presence that I understand, man. You could just look at somebody's eyes and just understand. You know what I'm saying?
it's crazy you say that because I think I forgot who said it, but like it's pretty much like the guys that know what danger is don't
Yeah,
want
bro.
danger. They don't want danger.
For real.
Because you know what danger really is, bro. You know what danger really is. You know
For
what,
real.
and going back to the military shit, we talk about it all the time about like being in the military, and a lot of these jobs are soft now. You're not doing nothing, whatever. But I ain't gonna lie, and I think at one point too, for you too, we wanted that danger.
I did. Shit, look, I still do.
How many people you spoke in that job, and they say it all the time, like, I don't want that shit no more. I met dudes with purple hearts. And for anybody that's watching, a purple heart is just a ribbon that you get for getting wounded in combat. I've talked to dudes that with purple hearts and or combat action ribbons, and they say it all the time. I would rather not have this. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and when you think
yeah, for
about that,
sure.
you go, damn. Like, while
For
we over
sure.
here searching for the excitement. Ah, I can't wait
Yeah.
to fucking. And the dudes that see it are like,
Yeah, nah, for sure.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I would
nah, for
rather
sure.
have not lived with that thought and that ability to pursue and continue on my life would never have experienced in that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what's scary about that? Because a lot of the times when people tell me those things, like with other examples, right? When people tell me, "Yo, I wish I had not done that and I did it for myself." And then I learned that I wish I had not done that, man. It's like maybe I should start listening.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like maybe I should start listening, man. But
yeah.
my fault.
There's a point in living. There's a point in living, right?
Yeah.
Like if we sat here and listened to everything that our elders told us, that we wouldn't live a life for our own. So we got to learn at some point. So
Nah, that's a
right?
fact. That's a
That's a fact.
fact.
That is a
Yeah, that's
fact.
a
Because if that
fact.
was the case, we'll listen to our moms all day. But if honestly, if we listen to our moms all day, we have a boring ass life. Our life would be boring.
I'll still be a Pathfinder. Shout out to Pathfinders, man. No, yeah, no, I didn't even want to downplay it though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for
Nah,
sure, man.
nigga said shout out to
You
Pathfinders
know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure though. Nah, they definitely held it down though.
getting
But
yelled at by brother
you know
Chris.
what I'm saying, man? But hey, that's still my dog, bro. Nah, I never got bad love with Brother Chris, bro. No cap, bro. That's my dog, bro.
Yo, brother
That's
Chris
my
was
dog, man.
yo pissed
That's
at
my
us,
dog,
son.
son. That's my dog.
Yo,
Nah, my boy used to be up, making sure we was asleep. For real. Nah, for real. You had to be on your best behavior, man. Nah, that's hilarious, man. But now Pathfinders was a time. I don't want to get too off topic, man. Pathfinders, for the people that's watching, it was like a little, I would say, I don't want to say Boy Scouts, but it was
it's
like a
Boy Scouts.
it's
Boy
like
Scouts
Boy
for church.
Scouts for church, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a little organization. It was
Oh
cool though. We had a
man.
drum corps and all that. It was alright. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
shit, bro.
But,
Yo, that's a funny
that's funny
time, son. That's a funny time.
though.
Yo. Nah, the fact that he said that shit got me fucking crying. Oh
Oh snap!
shit.
That's funny, man. Oh shit, that's hilarious. All my
Oh,
people watching, man. Shout out to them, man, for the show.
it's funny. You know who might watch this? For a fact, Kimmy.
She
Kimmy might
probably be
watch
in
it.
tears at this
Kimmy
point. She
might
probably be
watch
in
this,
tears.
son.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
yo, Pathfinders had us pissed, bro. You be pissed at Pathfinders, bro. Even though it was a what, 1 day a week? 1 day a
Yeah.
week, son, and you have a whole heated argument
You
about a
know, it's
church event.
You know, it's crazy. I'm gonna say something to kind of tie it back into our conversation. The only issue I have with it now that I'm older is like I would definitely have my children playing sports during that time if that's what they want to do. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? That's what I'll be
Yeah.
having them doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I
anything happens for a reason, man. It is what it is. I can't.
Nah, church Pathfinders was great at the time,
Yeah,
right? Like it
yeah.
was great at
Yeah,
the
for sure
time, but
at the
like
time. But
I
looking
I
back now,
I talk about it now. Like it one of the biggest things that killed it for us, and maybe this is more for everything else. It was a it was a hobby that was taken that it was a hobby that made small issues big.
it was sons.
And like, okay, we had to show up in the uniform, right? And or you know what? Not even the uniform, because obviously you want everybody to look together, stuff like that. But it was like stuff like the books, bro. The books pissed me off.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I got homework, son.
Yeah, bro.
I got
Nah,
homework.
for sure,
You
bro.
think I want to do a book?
Bro, I wasn't
You
doing
think I
homework
want to
for
do?
school, bro. I ain't even doing that shit for school, man.
Yeah, I'm going to
Uh,
school. You think I'm about to do this book, bro? So
The
it kind
only,
of took away from it. It took away from the fact of like it took
yeah,
away from
bro.
the fact of, and it's funny because we joined the military, so we know what real rank is. Yo, the difference between this level and this level wasn't nothing. It ain't like you made me better or nothing. No,
Yeah,
it was just something to do.
that's all it was, for real. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say shout out to them, though. Shout out to ADA. She held it down too, man. I love ADA, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody involved in Pathfinders, they definitely tried, and
I
I'm gonna
just
give
want to
them
let you
that.
know. I just want to let you
Yeah.
know. You know they still call her that.
Bro, I was at church. I was at church in September. I call her that, bro. I need to
Do you
stop.
know that? You know that's crazy
That's
that they
from you
still
though.
call
We got that
that.
from you.
Yes,
Nah, for
yes,
sure. I'm gonna give you
yeah.
that credit for that. We got that from you. We got that from you. For sure, for sure.
Bro, I
Yeah.
remember calling her that, and
Yeah.
because it was, I'm not calling you assistant director Ansong. Like we
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
That shit was too
Yeah.
damn long.
Yeah.
We call her
Yeah.
88. Yo, they still call her
They
88,
still
bro.
the young ones still call her
To
that?
this
That's
day,
crazy, son.
now, bro,
That's
now they
wild.
still call her that. They
I know
still
I
call
was
her that.
still calling her that. They calling her that. That's crazy. Damn. That's wild.
She's not even the assistant director
I
no more.
don't think she I don't even know
I
if she
think
in Pathfinders no more.
no, she is. I think she's the director though.
She's the director now?
Yeah, she's the director. It's
Yeah.
crazy because it's crazy that they still call her 88. Like it's just everybody call her 88, son.
Trendsetter, man.
That's funny. That's funny. That's
You need your
funny.
copyrights.
Listen. They don't even know. They don't
You don't
even know.
even
They
know.
don't even know. Um,
Yeah,
like
for
you said,
sure.
like you was talking about, obviously we talking about all the focus as a man and everything else. And one thing that I feel like as men that we should be working on, and just I didn't even say like men, but like everybody, like we talk about emotions. right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
for
Everybody.
us,
Yeah, for
for
sure.
us specifically, we talk about like anger. Anger was that was
Yeah, for
that
sure.
was my fuel,
It was
right? So like
natural. You
natural.
just
It
accepted
was
it.
it was easier to express the anger than it was to express sadness or any other feeling.
And unfortunately, it seemed like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? To like spaz
Yeah,
out. It made you look like you was a cool person. I mean, ain't nothing really cool about not having control, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? You should always be in control of yourself.
we say that now.
Especially now we say that. But I've seen
Yeah,
grown ass men lose their shit. Like, bro, you a grown ass man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked terrible. It
it's
looked
crazy.
terrible. It
It's
looked terrible.
crazy. Why is it that now, as older guys, right? Like, why is it that controlling your emotions is so important?
I see the value of life. You know what I'm saying? An emotional decision could take life away from you. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it sometimes. I see how beautiful
Okay.
life could be. Life is a especially where you important to other people, man. Like I don't want men or women to ever feel like they don't hold value to other people, man. Like an emotional decision could have you in jail. It could lose you money. Unfortunately, it could take your life away. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you can't you can't make a lifetime decision off of momentary feelings. You gotta just slow down sometime and think logically. Cause that should have leave you with regret. Even if it's not something detrimental like going to jail or losing a limb or dying, even if it's not something detrimental like that, I feel like you sit here and make a long-term decision based off a momentary feeling. You know what I mean? You really body yourself you really shooting yourself in the foot versus taking the time to understand you feel a certain way, allow that to process and thinking about the situation from a logical standpoint, and then making a chess decision for
Yeah,
what's best for your situation. If you're not doing that, then you really just shooting yourself in the foot. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? That's how I
that's
feel about it.
that's a good way to think about it. Do you feel like there's ever a time where you could be emotional? As guys, women, whatever the case is, obviously we don't talk for women, but as people, when is a good time where you can be like, you know what, like I'm not worried about the emotions that I'm about to release because whatever happened. What's a example of a good time to be emotional? And
I'll
we
be honest with
struggle in
you.
this right now.
I'll
We
be,
struggle in this right now, especially as guys, right? Like, especially as guys, I talk about it all the time. Like, there's a difference between being emotional and like being like uncontrollable about it versus being emotional and knowing when to cut it off.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's appropriate to be emotional. Like, I think we got to get into the definition of what emotional is. But if it's from my understanding of it, I would really say in prayer, man, with God, man. I think that's a safe spot to be like to let everything you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And then second
Okay.
place to that, if you want to be emotional, get a trusted friend, specifically a male friend if you're a male. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say be emotional with that person. You know what I mean? Me personally,
Why?
as a dude, I wouldn't be emotional with a female or with my significant other. That's just my opinion. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. I would try, and emotional is not. I just don't want to ever make it seem like I'm not in control of myself because you always got to be in control of yourself. And for all my people out there, bro, I've made many mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to not be emotional, especially when it comes to being angry, because people your significant other will frustrate you. They will piss you off. They will piss you
Facts.
off.
Facts.
But I really think the first and foremost place to be emotional would be, if you are religious, I would say be emotional in prayer, man. Let that out in prayer. Let that out with God or let that out with yourself first. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Before you go to somebody else with those emotions, they're yours. You know what I mean? So be with yourself with them. They're your emotions.
You know what I'm saying? Great conversation, bro. Great conversation.
Mhm.
Obviously we could sit here and talk all day about we could talk all
For
day
sure.
about this shit, bro. We could talk all day about this, like, because everything wraps in together. Because obviously the military taught you things that New York would have never taught you, bro. Never have taught you. Being by yourself and now that you're about to be 27, it's like you're learning different life lessons that 20-year-old you would have never even thought, bro. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
man.
And somehow, some way of us, I don't know how we even got it. Typically, I blame it on being Jamaican because we weren't taught to express sadness at all.
Oh,
Somehow
that's out the door.
being angry was more acceptable in a house than being sad, even though you couldn't slam a door in a Jamaican household. Because let you slam a door, your moms and your dad was busting your ass.
Don't do it.
You was getting beat. You was
Don't do
getting
it.
beat, son.
You're not paying bills in there.
You
Don't do
not
it.
paying no bills. What
Don't
you
do
mean
it.
you locking doors? Oh, what you mean? What you mean? You're locking doors, son. Yo, I remember mom's wait, banging on the door in the morning. Hello, hello, because you locking
Bro,
the door, son.
bro, I would be dead asleep. My father will open the fucking bedroom door just to tell me he's going to work, bro. No, I'll be dead asleep, bro. It was like 5:30 in the morning, bro. Oof. Oh yes. And you hear the bottom of the door scraping the carpet. Boof. Yo, I'm going to work. All
You
right,
like,
Pop. Have a good day.
uh,
I left some
yeah.
food on the stove for you. All right, thanks, Dad. Thank you. All right, the God. Shut that joint.
I swear, I'm waking up in the morning. It's fucking, it's 8 o'clock. My mom banged on the door because I decided to lock the door because I came home at
Bro,
3 in the morning drunk.
you
And
brave. Wow.
hello, hello, yo, hello, bro. Yo, you be like,
Bro,
oh,
bro, let me tell you this story, dog.
you don't even want to open your eyes.
Bro, Jamaican parents are hilarious. Yo, bro, I went to prom in the 11th grade, man. I went to prom, bro. And I went to this after party. Yo, Sharif, no cap. I got home at like 7 o'clock in the morning. That ass. That first time I ever did that, I was in the 11th grade, bro. My
Yeah.
mom definitely didn't let me go out party in LA, bro. You know, she woke me up at like 7:30, 7:45 to go to school, bro. Bro, I swear to everything I love, bro. I had to call my principal slash basketball coach. I'm like, yo, coach, she trying to make me go to school right now, dog. Like, this can't happen. He had to call her, bro. And they really spoke for some time, bro. They really spoke for some time. And she let me
You big
sleep.
ass.
She let me sleep, and I spent the whole day looking for my wallet because I lost that joint. I lost my wallet, and I spent the whole day looking for that joint, bro. She really woke me
Nah.
up 30 minutes later talking about you going to school. I'm going to what? Like, and it's the end of the year, bro. There's like 2 weeks left of school, bro. Like,
Stop
pass or
talking to me.
fail.
Go to
That decision
work.
is done already. Yeah. Pass or fail. That decision is done already, brother. Like, there's nothing I can do to help that situation. It's either I passed or I
Yeah.
failed already. I'm going to school just for attendance. Nah, you going to school, bro? I'm like, what? Bro, it's like she dead ass woke me up at like 7:30, bro. And I got home at like 6:45, 7 a.m., man. Had the time of my life. Had the time
Nah,
of my
son.
life.
That's funny as fuck, bro. But yo,
Yeah, man.
anytime, right? Obviously, maybe next time we do this shit in person. Maybe I might come out to because I'm thinking about Houston for my birthday again. We'll see how that goes, right? But I know. But you already know if
Come
that's the
on
case,
down, man.
we bring the podcast equipment, man. You know what I'm saying? We do a podcast in person, bro. But I'm
Come
glad to
on
see you,
down.
man. It was a great conversation, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anytime, man.